1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Banjo Land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with an intermediate lesson to the classic tune Red-Haired Boy in the key of A. So for this lesson we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to kind of use this fiddle tune as a way to explore different styles on the banjo. So how could you play this song in melodic style? How could you play this song in single string style? That's what we're going to kind of do on this lesson, is explore how to apply different styles to the same song. And this can be super important, one, to expand your knowledge of the fretboard, expand your knowledge of styles on the banjo, but also it's just really good practice on being able to integrate more advanced licks, you know, do a partial melodic lick, a partial single string lick. It's really good right hand practice. You know, you're going to get a lot of right hand workout on this lesson. There's going to be a bunch of stuff I'm going to break down. So I've got an A part melodic style, a B part melodic style, an A part single string, and a B part single string, and I'll break them all down. And then I'll show you a bunch of backup I would do for this song. So this is kind of a fiddle tune. So I'm going to show you kind of how I do some more down the neck rolling backup, and then kind of some advanced up the neck vamping backup that'll get you moving all over the neck. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeadingMusic.com. You can grab the full length lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. Alright, here's Red-Haired Boy in the key of A. Alright, let's start breaking down this intermediate version of Red-Haired Boy. Remember, we've got our capo on the 2nd fret. I've got my 5th string tuned up to A. So we're in the key of A, but we're kind of thinking in the key of G. We're playing in the key of G, but it's going to sound like the key of A. Okay? So let me play the first 5 measures, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Let's do that a few times. One more time, a little faster. And then one more time, real slow. Okay, so for this first version of the A part, we're going to play it pretty much strictly melodic style. So measure 1 is just our pickup, and we're going to pinch strings 5, 3, and 1 on beat 4. It's just really just a pinch to get us into the melody. The actual tune, Red-Haired Boy, really doesn't have a pickup. It just starts in measure 2. So what I did is just add a little pinch on beat 4 of measure 1 to help kind of pop out that first melody. So we have 1, 2, 3. So that's all we're doing there. Not too hard. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do a forward roll on the 4th string with an open 2 hammer on for measure 2. So strings 4, 3, 1. And then hit the 5th string, and then the 3rd string with your index finger. And that's really the only part we're going to kind of play in pseudo scrug style, is that very first lick. And that's all we're doing there. So. And then we're going to quick shift up to this melodic position up at the 5th and 7th fret. So your first finger is going to be kind of hovering over the 5th fret relative to your capo. Your 3rd finger is going to kind of hover over the 7th fret. And that's good practice switching from this position up to this shape, which we're going to use a lot in this song. So let's do that a few times. And then to get up there, we're going to hit the open 2nd string, and then our 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So we have... Okay, let's do that a couple more times. And then right here, measure 3, we're going to do kind of middle, index, middle, back and forth with our right hand. We're going to play open 1st string, 5th fret 2nd string, back to that open 1st string, open 2nd string, and then back to that 5th fret. So you have, let's play it with the ending 2 notes of measure 2. there. One, it's good practice doing that middle, index, middle, back and forth. It's kind of a tricky, it's not really a roll, but you definitely don't use that in Scruggs style at all. But to get all those melody notes, you really have to do that roll. The other thing you want to practice there too is not that 5th fret, you know, be careful you're not like bending it up or pushing down too hard. That note can be, the tuning on that note can be a little tricky if you're not careful. So don't push down on that note too hard. And then we're going to play those last 2 notes for the end of measure 3 as well. So we basically do that middle index back and forth. You can practice just the right hand on its own too if you needed to. And then measure 4, open 1st string, and then 3rd string, and then bounce back 3rd string, 1st string, and then 5th fret, open 2nd string, 7th fret with your 3rd finger on the 4th string, open 3rd string, and then down to the 3rd fret with your 1st finger and play that note twice. And then open 5th string and then 1st string. So not too hard. We have again, good practice switching back and forth. And in measure 4, the absolute note for note melody is, and I just filled up that second part with a little more. Instead of doing 2 quarter notes, I just filled it up bouncing off the 1st string. Okay, so let's play the first 5 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Again. And then back to measure 6, very similar opening melody line. We're just going to do a slight variation. We're going to hit the open 4th string, and then the open 3rd string, and then shift back up. So I did thumb, thumb there, 1, 2, and then we're going to do kind of a ascending scale. So I did open 3rd string with my index finger, 7th fret on the 4th string with my thumb, open 2nd string, index finger, 5th fret, 3rd string with my thumb. Again, classic melodic, which walking up those notes of the scale, do, re, mi. You can even practice going up and down those notes. It's the first 5 notes of the G melodic scale. And then I'm hitting the open 1st string, and then going back down those notes. That's just good scale practice there. So that's all we're doing there. We're doing... So just use those open notes. And you could play, if you wanted to go back and do the opening, you could also do that right there as well. So you do... But just a slight variation on the melodies, or actually more of a simple way to play the melody is... So again, we just substituted that open 2 hammer on that Scruggs idea. Now we're just doing more of a melodic scale idea. And then this is all the same. So that's the same as measure 3. So that's the same notes, and then we have an ending lick here. Let me play it and then we'll break it down. So this fiddle tune also kind of follows a call and response format. So we have the call, and then we have the response, and then we're back to the opening call, and then we have the final response. Okay, so that's very common for fiddle tunes. So again, where you can use that to our advantage when we start creating variations too. It's a 1, 2, 1, 3 format. So that's the phrases. Phrase 1, and then the response. Phrase 2, phrase 1 again. That, and then we have the final response. how do we play that ending lick? We start it the same way. Open second string, and then 5th fret on the 3rd string. And then we're going to go and do some open strings, middle, index, middle, thumb. So 1st string, 2nd string, 1st string, 5th string. A little weird there. And then a little melodic lick, put your 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and do that. A similar roll, M, I, M, I. And then take both fingers off. So you have... a lot of good middle, index, back and forth practice there. And then you use those open strings to get back down. And then a little ending lick here. 1st finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and do thumb, index, thumb, middle. 4th fret, open 1st string, and then 3rd string. So you have... so let's play from the pickup. Okay, so that's the basic A part, okay? And then we would get back into the single string part for the A part in a second. So let's play the whole melodic style A part. Here we go. Okay, so that's one time through the A part. Now let's look at playing that same melody in single string style. So using our thumb and index finger of our right hand, more like a flat pick, you might or how you might play it on a guitar or mandolin. So this is also a really cool style. Let's break that down right now. All right, let's take it from measure 9. So we're gonna play the A part again. So again, we do that ending lick in measure 9. That gets us halfway through the A part. So this form is A, A, B, B. So we play each part twice. Now we're going to play the A part in single string style. So again, we're going to kind of mimic a flat pick using our thumb and index fingers. This is a very common style in banjo, popularized by Don Reno or guys like Bela Fleck. Really did this a lot, took it to a new level. Again, we're kind of mimicking a flat pick with this style, and it can be really cool because it's totally different than the kind of flowing melodic style where all the notes kind of cascade together. The single string style is more staccato. It more mimics a flat pick, which can be really cool. So again, we do that lick, and then we're going to hit the 3rd string again, and then our index finger of our right hand all the way down to the 4th string, 2nd fret. So that could be good practice for you. So you go. With this single string style, you really need to make sure your thumb is out front enough, and you have to make it work for your own hand. But basically, if your thumb is back too much like this, your index and thumb are going to be running into each other. We're going to need them playing on the same string. So that's why I mean you got to keep your thumb kind of out front. If your thumb is back too much like this, your fingers are going to be kind of running into each other. Okay, so that's how we do that. And then measure 10 is our opening melody line. Open 4th string, open 3rd string, both with our thumb. And then we're going to do walk up those notes of the scale. Open 2, thumb, index. Open 1 on the 2nd string, thumb, index. And then open 2 on the high string, thumb, index. Back to the open 1st string, open 2nd string with your index, and then 1st fret. Thumb, index all the way on that run. Let's just practice that a few times. That's so it's the same note, just played single string style.